fish on, baby. Oh, he's jumping. He's jumping. Oh, man. Number 4 on the day, not even 5 minutes later. This is so much fun. I mean, it's incredible. I don't know if you can see him in the background there. There's caribou crossing the river. Let's get him right here. Boom. Oh, excellent job.
Look at that.
Beautiful salmon.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's what we came all this way for, is a beautiful Atlantic salmon right there. This week on North American Fisherman, we are in the wild wilderness of northern Quebec, chasing after the elusive Atlantic salmon. See if I can get this fire going here. Oh, well, I guess I'll just use matches. Got some back at the camp. Only 2 flights to go. When North American Fisherman called me up and said we were going to go to northern Quebec for a fishing trip, I was just ecstatic. You know, I'm always down for an adventure, and this was certainly one for the record books. Well, we had a bit of a weather change. It's starting to sprinkle out here. It's really cold, but I'm about to hop on the Nunavik taxi cab up here. Next stop, Delay River Salmon. I knew that it was going to be remote, but that's pretty much all that I knew. It was up in the tundra. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I knew it was going to be a trip of a lifetime. All right, we just got to our final destination here in the upper tundra of northern Quebec. I can't tell you how beautiful and how vast this area is. We've got an awesome salmon river behind us. I'm pumped to get out there and wet a line. We got these Veracity rods from Abu Garcia and the Revo reels from Abu as well, and all this great Berkeley tackle that they gave us to fish out here. But as soon as we got in, they told us that that river behind us is a fly fishing only river. So I'm brushing up on my technique here on the old fly rod that they hooked us up with. Let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, I still got it. Still got it. That's all the fly line right there. So I should be able to get them, although I think this river is so chock full of them, you can pretty much just drop it in the water and catch them.
Here on the river, the fishing season starts in June, beginning of June. And from the 1st of June to the 15th of August, you can use flying rods or casting rods. But after the 15th of August, the only fishing gear allowed here are flying rods. You're not allowed to fish with casting rods.
Richard tells me there's a bunch of salmon right there in this little rip. We're gonna be fly casting to them with this little bitty stuff for now. They eat little tiny stuff. These salmon get up to 20 pounds. I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm gonna go drop a line. We roll up to the first spot in the canoe, and I'm just taken aback by the beauty of this place on the first morning. It's so remote out here. There's nothing but trees and wilderness all around. It's drizzling a little bit, and I'm making a few casts right in this little eddy. Oh, fish on, fish on.
Got one?
Fish on. I think it's a little brookie. And then boom, there he was, and it ended up being a beautiful little brook trout, the first brook trout that I've ever caught. First Quebec fish ever. Let's see what this thing is.
That's a little brookie.
Little brook trout. Yeah. Oh, he's so beautiful. Look at him. Not the biggest fish in the world, but a gorgeous fish nonetheless. I was just amazed by the coloration and all the speckles and I mean, just a beautiful fish. See, wow, look how they just blend in down there, huh? Gorgeous fish.
Let's go and
Richard, thank you, man.
Get your mom.
Yeah, let's get your mama. That was my first Quebec fish ever. We'll take it. Awesome, man. Let's get another one. Good stuff. Oh, fish on, baby! Oh, yeah, look at him go. That's what we're looking for. That's a big salmon there, buddy. Whoa, look at him go. He's going crazy out there. The fish of kings, they call it. I only made about 1,000 casts in that same place before he hit it, but hey, you gotta work for them sometimes, it pays off. The way to catch these salmon, you basically have to make them mad. They could be sitting in a small pool. The strike zone may only be this big, and you might have to put it in that strike zone 4, 5, 6 times or more just to get them to hit. Oh boy, here we go. Round 2.
Let it go. It's not ready yet.
Ooh, it's burning. Feel the burn right here. It's a good burn. I basically made 50 something casts in this one pool over and over again, just knowing that if there's one there, he's gonna make him mad. And on the 51st cast, boom, he hit it. And I set up on him and this thing instantly went the other way, down current. I knew I had a big fish on. I was yelling, screaming, excited. I mean, quite an experience I will never forget. It's a nice fish. Oh, nice fish. Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
sir.
that's a fresh one.
Yeah, right? It's nice and fat. I saw it jumping around out there. Oh, look how pretty.
Yeah,
oh, that's a nice one.
Over 10 pounds.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that's what we came here for. This is why we came to Quebec. It's right there in front of me, is to catch one of these monster salmon on the fly rod. Almost got you, almost got you. There you go, do a headstand for me. There she is, yeah, all right.
Look at that.
My first Atlantic salmon ever, yes. Man, I'll tell you, we traveled thousands of miles to come up here. Great, Richard, thank you very much,
Your first Atlantic salmon?
Yes, sir, look at that beautiful creature there.
Every time I see someone catching their first salmon, it's just like if I was the fisherman myself, you know, I really like that, and I'm sure they hook for life after that.
Beautiful fish. Okay. That is what it's all about, my friends. Northern Quebec up in the tundra, yes. Atlantic salmon.
On the Delay River.
On the Delay River, yes sir.
North American Fisherman is brought to you by Peak Antifreeze, right for your car and your wallet. Peak, run true. By Trilene, anglers trust Berkeley Trilene. By Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. And by Abu Garcia, for life. Coming up, more Atlantic salmon, plus Tyler finds a bonus fish right off the dock.
God, he just nailed it!
When North American Fisherman returns.
Here in Quebec, you know, the salmon is like the king of the fish, as we call it. And we also call it the fish of the kings. The rivers in northern Quebec are better than in the south because there's not many fishermen on it. Like here, the Delay River, most of the time we catch salmon here. 9 on 10 fishes will be salmons here. This morning the river is a little low, but without the rain we had last days, that should be better today than yesterday. So we'll see at the end of the day.
After the cold front, the weather cleared, we wake up and there's this beautiful frosty mist over everything. It is just incredibly beautiful. Flat, calm conditions. It was going to be sunny. I knew it would warm up and everything just felt right. Like the bite was going to be on and everything would just come together. Oh, there he is, baby!
Oh, yeah.
Fish on!
Good.
Oh yeah, I think this is a salmon, guys. Oh,
that's a
salmon!
That's a salmon, yeah, sure.
Oh man! Oh, look at that rod bend there.
Happy for you, Taylor.
They're very strong. We worked so hard for these fish. It's been a tough bite the past couple days. But finally this weather's kind of cleared up. It's beautiful out here right now up in the tundra. And it's just, salmon are biting, baby. Second salmon on the trip. And it's even bigger than the last salmon that I had. Just an incredible fighting fish. Did the whole 9, jumped out of the water. Unbelievable. And the thing was too, we had to really work hard for these fish. So it is so rewarding when you finally get one on. Big boy, he's just using that current. I can't do anything with him right now. He's just going and going. You just got to play him out. Oh boy.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
right in there.
all right.
Yeah, good.
Salmon number 2 of the trip.
Yes,
what a beauty
that's
too,
a nice
man.
one too.
Oh, Oh, what a pretty fish.
Yeah.
Atlantic salmon from the Delay River here
Yes,
in the
sir.
tundra of northern Quebec.
Happy for you.
Good job putting me on them there.
Yeah, the secret here is to be perseverant, patient, you know, and try different flies, or, you know, just be concentrated on what you do. And I'm sure you're gonna catch fish. There's no way here to go back home without fish. It's almost impossible.
Oh, I think, there he is, I got another one.
Again?
Oh,
Oh my God.
there we go. Oh man, he's head shaking. Nice fish. I mean, it's only been a couple minutes since the last fish. Ooh,
Yeah,
nice
for
one.
sure.
Oh yeah, nice fish. Let's get him right here. Boom.
Oh,
Excellent
yeah,
job.
Look at that.
Ah,
One
beautiful
more,
fish,
yeah.
man. This is what we've been waiting for. 2 salmon in what,
Yes,
20 minutes or so?
Just about 20,
Got the
30
fly
minutes.
out there.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous fish, gorgeous scenery. Gosh, this is just, what a trip so far, man.
Yeah. We didn't expect to see caribous this year because the last 2-3 years, they were not here.
I heard a little grunt behind me and I look back and there's a caribou sitting there, and totally unexpected. The caribou were supposed to be 150 miles from here.
Since then, we saw, I would say, more than 1,000 caribou crossing that river.
Everywhere you look down the river, the caribou are just streaming past. And for one, it was an unexpected pleasure, and totally just incredible to see these giant animals all over the place. Yes, sir.
Bring it here, slowly.
Another beauty of an Atlantic
Not
salmon
ready
here.
yet.
Oh, look
Oh,
at that.
yeah, that's
Oh,
a nice one too.
Nice fish.
Nice 10-pounder.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
went nuts right there. Oh,
Fresh
what a
fish.
just a perfect specimen of an
Yeah.
Atlantic salmon.
Oh, a good
Fresh
12
out
pound.
of the Arctic Ocean there, I guess,
Yeah.
huh?
Yes.
12 pounds or so,
Oh, yeah.
really
12
heavy.
pounds.
Just a gorgeous fish. We're gonna let this one go. We've got enough for the
Okay.
dinner table. So after an incredible, amazing day of fishing on the Delay River for salmon, we get back to the dock, and right by the camp there's a little cove where there's a bunch of grass, and the pike were just shooting out from the boat, and we actually saw one really, really big one. God, he just nailed it. Oh, I got him. I got him. That's the big one. Oh man. Wow, look at that guy. Beauty. On the fly rod, no less. That's how he broke it off, right there. Oh, what a strike. Holy crap. Oh my God. That thing is like a missile coming at my lure there. Oh my gosh, this thing might be bigger than the other one. That is definitely my biggest pike. Giant pike from northern Quebec after a long day of salmon fishing, on the fly rod, no less. Right as the sun is kind of setting, so it's that golden hour, the fish looks gorgeous. There's big and fat, healthy pike right at camp after a long day of fishing. There's a cherry on top of a beautiful day. And threw the fly rod out, and immediately he came and smashed it. Oh, you think he was ready to go? Awesome, that is what it's all about. Biggest pike ever on the fly. High five, cameraman.
You won't believe the next segment.
I was like, oh my God. I could not believe I was gonna go big game hunting.
Yes, you're still watching North American Fisherman.
One morning we loaded up in the canoe to go out for another day of salmon fishing, and I noticed Richard had his rifle in the canoe. And he tells me, with all these caribou around, that I'd have the chance to harvest a caribou for the Inuit guides that are also at the camp here, because they need to stock their fridge for the winter. I was like, oh my God, I could not believe I was gonna go big game hunting. We're set up here on a little island on the Delay River at a caribou crossing. There's hundreds and hundreds of caribou crossing right in front of us here. We're waiting for the right one. We want a nice small male. It's perfect for to harvest for meat, which is what we want. Richard's up here spotting them across the river. Wait until the right one comes by, and hopefully they'll run right in front of us so I can get a good shot here. This big bull comes right in front of us, not maybe within 30 yards. And you know, Richard says, take the shot, and I load my gun up and I'm looking at it through the scope, but I didn't have a clean shot. There was 2 cows that were one on either side of the bull, I believe, and I didn't, you know, you don't want to do that if it goes through the animal or you miss or something. You don't want to maim another animal. So I let that one pass, and I was like, oh man, that was my opportunity to get a big bull caribou right there. And we're like, oh, there they go. And literally no sooner did that happen than an even bigger bull comes walking out of the brush to my right. And I'm like, okay, shh, here he comes.
That's a nice one. Just wait.
My heart is just beating out of my chest. Like I said, this is my first big game experience ever.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Right behind the shoulder.
Ready, Brad?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can see him, he tenses up, and I got a good shot at him and ended up taking this just incredible animal. Wow.
Yeah, nice
They look
bull.
a lot bigger up close.
Oh yes, that's a nice bull.
If there was such thing as paradise, I mean, this would be it, except for maybe the cold. I'm not into that, but but the overall experience up here, just not only just the fishing and the caribou and all the wildlife, it's just sensational. You know, I saw the northern lights. It's nothing short of magical, incredible, and really indescribable. It's something you have to come experience for yourself to know what I'm talking about. Oh, there he goes. Let's get him in the net. He's still got some fight. Get him. There he is.
Hey, yeah.
Awesome, man.
That's a nice one.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. What a great way to end the trip here.
North American Fisherman is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Quebec, providing emotion since 1534. Berkeley Gulp, alive, looks alive, feels alive, tastes alive. And by the North American Fishing Club. Still ahead, the battle that keeps you in knots. And this year, it's personal. Fan favorite Knot Wars continues with its line to lure competition when North American Fisherman returns.
Welcome to Knot Wars, where we pit 2 fishing knots head-to-head in a competition of strength. This season on Knot Wars, it's personal. Because not only are we pitting 2 fishing knots against one another, we're also setting up a battle between the anglers who selected those knots. We asked the hosts and staff at North American Fisherman, as well as some of our viewers, to tell us some of the knots that they like to use for line-to-lure and line-to-line applications. So this year, it's not just the knots that are on the line, it's pride. And as always, for Knot Wars, we use Berkeley line for all of our knots. This season, we're going to be using 14-pound Trilene XT, 15-pound Trilene 100% fluorocarbon, and 14-pound Fireline. It's week 6 in our Line to Lure challenge here at Knot Wars, and we've got 2 heavyweights. Last week's winner, the San Diego Jam, against this week's challenger, a classic, the Trilene knot. Now, the Trilene knot got suggested to us by Dave Moss, who's an editor over at North American Hunter. And we know the San Diego Jam came from Brad here at North American Fisherman TV. So I'm excited to see which one of these knots is coming out a champion today. Let's start by showing you how to tie each of these knots. First, the San Diego Jam. Run the tag end through the hook eye and up the main line. Make 7 wraps down to the eye of the hook around the doubled lines. Feed the tag end between the doubled line and back through the upper loop. Moisten and tighten first by pulling on the tag end, then slide the knot down to the hook eye and finish tightening by pulling on the main line. And there's the San Diego Jam. Now let's show you how to tie this week's challenger, the Trilene knot. Run the tag end through the hook eye twice, forming a small loop. Then wrap the line around the main line 3 times and put the end back through the 2 loops formed near the hook eye. Moisten and draw tight. So there it is, the Trilene knot. It's a simple, easy knot to tie, but I'll tell you what, a lot of people use it because it's a great knot, and I think it's got a great chance of beating out the San Diego Jam this week. So let's go find out. Here we are at the Berkeley Knot Wars machine, and we are ready for this competition. We've got the San Diego Jam here and the Trilene knot. Which one's gonna win? Let's find out. Whoa! no! Guess what? The Trilene knot is the winner. The San Diego Jam just exploded against it. Well, sorry, Brad, you had a good run. If 2 weeks is a good run. That means the Trilene knot is moving on to the championship round next week, and it's going to face the knot of all knots, the Palomar. And who's bringing us that knot? Eric Hadia, one of our hosts for North American Fisherman TV. He thinks it's the knot that's going to take it all. Tune in and find out. If you want to know more about any of the knots here on Knot Wars, head on over to our website, or better yet, download the Knot Wars app on your smartphone. Knot Wars, because no good fish story ends with a broken knot.
The following products have been field tested and approved by members of the North American Fishing Club. From the water to the frying pan in record time, the CRKT Big Eddy Fillet Knife will make quick work of filleting your fish. The innovative design will lift fillets and not dig into the skin. The Shakespeare Micro Series Spinning Combo features a 2-ball bearing spinning reel, a multi-disc drag system, and 4-pound line. It's also mounted on an ultralight graphite rod and is perfect for panfish. To find out how you can become a field tester or have your products tested, visit fishingclub.com.